one of the mistakes that I was making that I have come to realize is that it is not effective if you are learning a language and you are learning things all over. Hi everyone, welcome to Swahili Kingdom. In this channel you're going to get a lot of methods of language learning. By the way, my name is Connie. I speak 6 languages, 4 of which I have taught myself at home, and that's why I'm giving out these methods for those people who are interested in learning any language on their own at home or even with a tutor. You can try these methods that I am giving you because they have helped me to learn the languages that I can speak right now. Right now I can speak English, Swahili, Spanish, Filipino, French, Italian, and I'm still counting on more languages that I want to learn because I really find this method effective. Kindly subscribe down below. This is a very good time for you to subscribe if you are interested in knowing methods of language learning. Okay, thank you so much for choosing to watch this video, and today I'm going to tell you why I stopped using flashcards, and I'm going to show you the method that I am using for you to at least try and use it to see if you're going to get different results. Okay, have you been using flashcards but you don't get any result at all? Okay, you keep on using them, you keep on having faith in them, you keep on believing that it's going to work in the long run, but at the end of the day, at the end of the month, at the end of 5 months, at the end of the year, you are still at square one or square zero. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to tell you that when I started learning languages, I started with Filipino. I started using flashcards because that was the method that was being preached. Before, people used to say flashcards are good for learning languages. Maybe flashcards are good for some people, but not for everyone. So if flashcards are not working for you, just continue watching this video to get another method that can help you apart from flashcards. Okay, I usually tell myself that when you are in a certain area or when you are doing something and you find that the thing that someone told you to try is not working, it's wise for you to try another method and see if it is going to work for you, because we usually learn differently. We are not the same people. If you are a teacher, I know you understand this. We are not the same, we are different people and we learn differently. So maybe flashcards don't work for you, maybe this method can work for you, and if flashcards are working for you, this method is going to be even more effective for you. You can try it out. So as I was saying, when I started learning languages, I started with Filipino, or the language commonly known as Tagalog, spoken in the Philippines. I started with that. And since flashcards was the method that was really mentioned by a lot of people, by Google, by influencers, on YouTube, by a lot of people, and there were even apps that were using flashcards and so forth. I'm not demonizing the apps, saying that the apps are bad, or we all learn differently, as I said earlier. So I started with using flashcards. So I used to write words. I put them on the wall or at the kitchen because I used to do dishes. So I used to know that if I write these words there, I'm going to memorize them, something like that. So I was using flashcards like a technique for memorizing vocabulary for me to continue with learning the language, because it is really hard for you to learn a language, like to a certain extent, if you don't know, most especially the basic vocabulary. So I was using flashcards to at least get the vocabulary. I used to write 10 words, like I was very ambitious. First of all, I used to write 10 words every day, and then I stick them at the kitchen. Yeah. So that is how I used to learn with flashcards. But flashcards were not working, though I used to tell myself, if people are learning with flashcards, let me give it time, maybe it's going to work. I did that for 2 months, I did that for 5 months. At the end of the year, it was not working. I was not remembering words. Okay, I was not remembering words. So I just decided let me try another method. And I met Luca Lampariello. I've not met him physically, I met him on YouTube. I met Oli Richards on YouTube, like the methods that they were using, and I tried to connect those methods and made them mine, and that's where this method was born. Okay, that's where this method was born, and that's how I stopped using flashcards. What is the disadvantage of using flashcards that I have met? One of the things that I have met in using flashcards that really didn't work, it's because I was taking vocabulary out of nowhere. Just taking vocabulary, maybe you get jug, boy, spoon, whatever vocabulary, or maybe if it's there are verbs, you get vocabulary like run, speak, talk. You get vocabulary from everywhere, and then you write them. Okay, one of the mistakes that I was making that I have come to realize is that it is not effective if you are learning a language and you are learning things all over. It is very effective when you are learning a language and you are learning specific things that are of interest to you. So that's why I dropped using flashcards. But guess what? I am still using them, though differently. That's the method that I am going to show you. So here is my diary. I don't know if you can see it well. Here is my diary. I write, or my journal. Let me say my journal. So I usually journal every day, okay, with this method, with this newfound method. So with this method, I use it in writing and in reading. Let me start explaining it with writing. I started learning French early this year in January, and I started writing my journal of French early March. I started writing it early March after learning French for 2 months. So in writing you don't have to be like at an intermediate level or an expert for you to start writing. You can start writing from anywhere. I started writing as a beginner, and this is how I write. So I just start writing, okay? It's a writing method. I'm going to make a video for methods of writing and which one I prefer and which one I am using currently. So the one that I am using currently is that I just write the date. I write I write the date, I write the day, okay? And then after that I just start writing the words that I don't know. I write them in English or in the language that I know. For example, I can write them in Spanish, in Italian, and then I just circle them and I go ahead and write them on a sticky note. Okay, I write them on a sticky note. They can be a maximum of 10 every day that I write them on a sticky note. And then later on, when I'm doing my French lesson, I usually do French 10 minutes to 30 minutes every day. So when I'm doing my French lesson, I just go and take the sticky note. I take the sticky note, I write the translation of those words. Okay, if they were in English, I write the translation in French, and then I go and stick it to where I had written my journal that day. So the next day I will be knowing 10 new words that are useful to me that I can be writing every day. Okay, if I'm writing every day or if I'm writing thrice a week, I can be writing and I am going to remember very easily because they are words that have meaning to me. They are words that I wanted to know. That's the method that I use in writing. Let's go to reading. In reading, when I go to read a book, for example, right now I'm reading a beginner book by Oli Richards. Thank you so much, Oli Richards, for these books that you are giving, that you have written. Okay, that you have written. Yeah, so I use this book, French Beginner Stories by Oli Richards. I also use Lingua Loco. It's not Lingua Loco. There's this other, this Lingo Mastery. Lingo Mastery has written stories in French as well. I use that. So when I go to read stories, I target specific things. For example, if I want to get conjunctions, the easy conjunctions, or if, why, Of course, you can get those ones on Google, just typing and then a list comes out. But if you get them from a story, they are going to be very memorable. You are going to remember them. So I target specific words. Let me say I'm targeting conjunctions, and then I get 10 conjunctions in French. I'm going to write them down on a sticky note as well, but now I'll put them on a separate book. Okay? And so as I continue reading, I get more new things and the things that I can understand. That is the method that I use now instead of using flashcards. This is the method that I use now. Writing and reading, okay? And then you write the important words that you yourself, that they will be helpful to you. Comment down below if you like me to do a whole video on how I do my writing and another whole video on how I do my reading as well. And I'm going to give you the methods that I have been using in writing as well, and all the methods that are there in writing journaling. Okay, and which method maybe can be good for you. This is the one that I prefer. Maybe you might prefer another method. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to support me financially, there's a link there for buying me a coffee. Kindly go buy me a coffee. I will really appreciate it. Kindly subscribe to this channel for you to get more videos like this. Like, share with your friend if this video has been helpful to you, and at the end of this video you are going to get another video that is for language islands. If you have learned a language but you are not able to speak, go watch this video. It's going to show you how to speak on your own without having a language partner or anyone. If you don't have anyone around you, you are on your own, this video is going to help you to speak because it has helped me. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in that video. Bye.